Claudius. Lord Laertes requests to speak with you.
Cinnamon.
You know why I am here.
Now must your conscience, my acquaintance, sail, and you must put me in your heart for friends if you have heard, with knowing ear that which he hath your noble father slain pursued my life.
It well appears, but tell me, why you proceeded not against these feats, so crimeful and so capital in nature, as by your safety, wisdom, all things else, you mainly were stirred up.
Oh, for two special reasons, which may to you perhaps seem much unsnewed, but yet to me they are strong, the queen, his mother. This almost by his looks, and for myself, my virtue or my plague, be whether which, she's so conjunctive to my life or soul, that as the star moves, but not in his sphere, I could not by her. The other motive, why to a public count I might not go, is the great love the general gender bear him, who dipping his fault in their affection, would like the spring that turneth wood to stone, convert his guides to graces, so that my arrows, too slightly timbered for loud and wind, would have reverted to my bow again, and not where I had aimed them.
And so have I a noble father lost, a sister driven into desperate terms, whose worth, if praises may go back again, stood challenger on mount of all the age for her perfections, but my revenge will come.
Break not your sleep for that. You must not think that we are made of stuff so flat and dull that we can let our beard be shook with danger, and I think past time. You shortly shall hear more. I love your father, and we ourselves, and that I hope to teach you to imagine.
Master!
What news?
Letters, my lord, from the Hamlets. This to your majesty, this to the queen.
From Hamlet? Who brought 'em?
Sailors, my lord. They say I never saw them not. They were given to me by Claudio. He received them of him that brought them.
Laertes, you shall hear 'em say, leave us.
Okay.
He made confession of you, and gave such a masterly report for art and exercise in your defense, and for your rapier most especially, that he cried out, 'Twould be a sight indeed if one could match you, the screamers of their nation. He swore had neither motion, guard, nor eye, if you did oppose him, sir. This report of his did Hamlet so envenom with his envy, that he could nothing do but wish and beg your sudden coming over to play with him. Now, out of this.
What out of this, my lord?
Laertes, what was your father? Was he dear to you? Or were you just like the painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart?
Why ask you this?
Not that I think that you did not love your father, but that I know love is begun by time, and that I see, in passages of proof, time qualifies the spark and fire of it, that lives within the very flame of love, a kind of wick or snuff that will abate it. And nothing is at the goodness still, for goodness, growing apacy, dies in his own too much, that we should do, when we would, for this would changes, and hath abatements and delays as many as there are tongues, are hands, are accidents. And then this should, the spendthrift's sigh that hurts by easing, but the quick of the ulcer. Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to show yourself the deed in your father's son more than words?
To cut his throat in the church.
No place, indeed, should murder sanctuarize. Revenge should have no bounds, but good, Laertes. Will you do this? Keep close within your chamber. Hamlet returned shall know you have come home. Will put those shall praise your excellence, and set a double varnish on the frame. The Frenchman gave you. Bring you to find together, and wager on heads. He, being remiss, most generous, and free from all contriving, will not pursue the trolls. So that with ease, or with little shuffling, you may choose a sword unbettered, and in pass of practice requite him for your father.
I will do it, and for that purpose I'll anoint my sword. I bought an unction of mountebank, so mortal that, but dip a knife in it, where it draws blood no cataplasm so rare, collected from all simples that have virtue, under the moon can save the thing from death, but is but a scratched withal. I'll touch my point with this contagion, that if I gall him slightly, it may be death.
Let's further think of this. Weigh in what convenience most both time and means may fit us to our shape. If this should fail, and our drift look like a bad performance, 'twere not better assayed. Therefore, this project should have a back or seconds that might hold if this should blast in proof. So, let me see. We'll make solemn wager on your cunnings. Ha! When your motion in your hot and dry, as make your bout more violent to the end, and that calls her for drink, I'll have prepared him for a chalice of the nuts, whereon but sipping. If he by chance escape your venom stuck, our purpose may hold
the
there.
good beloved husband?
What say?
Where is she?
What's that noise?
Hello? How you doing? Hey.
Gertrude.
Aye. Laertes, one woe doth tread upon another's heel, so fast they follow. Your sister's drowned, Laertes. Drowned? Oh, where? There is a willow grows aslant a brook that shows his hoar leaves in the glassy stream. There with fantastic garlands did she come, of crow flowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples, that liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do dead men's fingers call them. There on the pendant bows her cornet weeds, clambering to hang an envious silver broke, when down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Fell in the weeping brook, as I was saying. Her clothes were spread wide and mermaid-like, a while they bore her, which time she chanted snatches of old tunes, as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued unto that element. But long it could not be, till that her garments, heavy with their drake, pulled the poor wretch from her, melodiously to muddy death. Alas then, she is drowned? Drown, drown, drown. Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears. But yet it is our trick. Nature her custom holds. Let shame say what it will. When these are gone, the woman will be out. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire, that fain would blaze, but that this folly doubts it.
Let's follow, Gertrude.
Okay, honey.
How much I had to do to calm his rage.
Oh, really?
Now, fear I this will give it start again. Therefore, let's follow.
Oh, I'd follow him anywhere.